What's up, guys? Today on Sports Central, we'll be going over a college football game preview. This one's going to be over USC and Washington. USC is ranked 21st after a great win against Utah last week. Meanwhile, Washington is slowly climbing back up into the ranks as they are 17th right now. This game is going to be on the 28th, 12:30 p.m. Pacific time, and Washington is currently predicted to win in the spread. 7.5 is what they're leading by right now. The FPI is saying 71% chance of Washington winning this one. Meanwhile, Vegas is saying 31-23. Washington winning this. So all three of those sources are saying Washington right now. I mean, that's not much of a surprise with this team being at home, and as they're starting to kind of get used to their team. Of course, they lost a lot of great talent after last season, and that's what kind of was uncertain for this team, and that's also why they took a little bit of a loss early on. But of course, I mean, both of these teams still have a ton of potential going into the rest of the season, and I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if these teams win out. I mean, they do have a chance at a college football playoff. If that is, of course, if they can make the Pac-12 championship game and win it. But yeah, now skipping ahead, your stat comparison. These are 2019 stats right now. USC is 35th in total offense, 95th in rushing offense, and then 10th in passing game right now. Meanwhile, on the defense, they are a little bit lower. Actually, they're quite a bit lower. They are 100th in total defense, 95th in rushing, and then 100th in passing. So they are in triple digits for two of those categories right now, and that's not something that you want to have. Washington, meanwhile, is stronger on offense than on defense, looks like. Statistically, they're 20th in total offense, 37th in rushing game, and 33rd in passing game. Meanwhile, on defense, they're 62nd in total defense, 57th in rushing defense, and then 73rd in passing defense. So, kind of looking at that, I mean, USC does have a better offense than they do on defense. I mean, almost in all three categories, they are in triple digits. And I mean, considering there are 130 FBS teams, that puts you right towards the bottom of the pack for the majority of defense. And so, I mean, that's not a position that you really want to be at, especially when you're playing a Washington team that is pretty strong on offense. I mean, they're 20th overall in yards. And so, with that being said, I mean, Washington has got a lot of advantages here in this game. Last week, once again, USC played Utah, had a great upset there. They're at home. They're 3-1 right now. Washington, meanwhile, played BYU on the road. Had a pretty impressive win. I was kind of impressed with that win. I thought BYU could possibly have pulled an upset there, but they went at 45-19. They're 3-1 there as well. They've had an upset this season, and that is to California. Now looking at a few key points, both teams have one bad loss. But really, I mean, if you can push forward and continue to get great wins, which one of these teams will get a really good win after Week 5, that's going to be great for your resume moving forward. USC had a big upset in Utah in Week 4. We already talked about that. Could USC win in Washington, though? Is a question that, I mean, it is up for grabs for sure. I mean, USC is a team that, I mean, they can win on the road for sure, but I mean, Washington being at home, it is a tougher environment. We've seen that in the past. A lot of teams can go in there and possibly leave with an upset, but how would USC win? I think if USC can go in there and get up early and shut Washington down, that would help them a ton, and possibly your defense is going to need to step up as well. I mean, your defense is kind of looking poor right now with having all three categories statistically on defense being kind of low. You need to have a better defense this game if you're going to have any chances of winning it. But for Washington, use your offense, pound the USC defense, make them tired, and get up early, and you'll win that game for sure. But here's what I'm predicting in this one. I think at halftime, USC actually leads this one 17-14. I think they get up to a good start, or a quick start for USC. 17-14 will be your halftime score. But in the end, Washington is going to pull ahead. I think USC is only going to be able to score one touchdown in the second half. Meanwhile, Washington will pull ahead with 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They will win this one 31-24. Let me know your guys' thoughts, though, on this game in the comments below. If you think USC can pull off in here an upset, I mean, of course, there are many reasons why they could. Be sure to let me know there in the comments below. But yeah, this game should be a good one for sure. One of the better ones in Week 5. I mean, there are a ton of really good Pac-12 games in Week 5 as well. I mean, we've got several other ones that are going to be very impactful going into the rest of the season. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts, though, on this game in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe if you'd like to. I appreciate all you guys that really do that, and it really does mean a lot. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching, and yep, I'll see y'all later.